Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. So we're gonna go GT4 racing here in Michigan at the Belle, which is a track that used to hold street races until a couple years ago. But yeah, we're gonna go under the way. And something to point out is this is the replay mode. So I already ran this race like 30 minutes ago, and the OBS was not having it. I think because I accidentally let a couple settings on, so OBS was not having fun. It was shuddering too much, so I'm gonna actually redo it again. But we had a pretty good race, so I decided, to show it again with the replay. So, at this point in the race, we were just focusing on stay alive. We started almost dead last, and then right away, we got a lot of people crashing here. It was like some kind of chain reaction. So we were picking up a lot of spots. And then we got another car that was around. And ultimately, we were around P13 by this point. Around there. So, another thing to point out about this being a replay mode is we'll have the time delta per lap to my bottom left, but you can see on my dash. And same thing with the beer. We'll usually have beer for the replay mode, but I was able to turn it on in the car. I would not do this during the races because it takes up like 10 frames per second, so it's a pretty heavy load, but it made sense in this case. So at this point, we were 100 down, car number 16. And then he gave me a bit of heart attack by slowing down this much. And then he was just laying me by. So that was very nice of him, for sure. Very, very nice. And now we're just starting to hunt down car number 15. So another thing to note here is the timers were on. It is not 5 minutes into the race. It's actually only 2 minutes into the race. So you're gonna have to subtract that by 3 minutes to get the correct time. So we end up going about 8 or 9 laps in this one. So a heads up. So the timing is not correct. It was counting the time. Like we get 2 minutes to join the field. And that's why it counted that. Something to do with race laps and the replay mode. So I can't fix that. I can't do anything about it. But yeah, it was such a good race, so I feel bad about trying to do this again because it was a race. I don't think I was gonna get another clean race at this place, and I don't think I'm gonna get as good of a restart. So it didn't make sense for me to run again when I had such a good race like this. So here we are. So at this point, I was trying to catch number 15, the AMG number 15. So the reason why we started so far in the back was because we tapped the wall twice in qualifying, so that canceled out both of my laps. So we remember that guy, we passed the BMW number 16. He did not return the favor to other people by letting them by. I was the only person he was laying by, so that was nice. And what's nice is he's gonna hold up a lot of people behind me because passing here is so difficult. You'll see what I mean later on. Passing's very difficult here, so yeah, we're just hunted down. We're just hunted down number 19 at this point in the race. This probably wasn't the best choice of a race car to run on tight corners on a street course, but oof, that was almost a wreck. Almost lost it there. But yeah, you can see my time delta on the dash. I was picking up a lot of good time. And that was a bad corner there. But that's okay. We're still learning. We're still learning. We're still catching up to number 15 at this point in the race. Slowly, but getting closer to him. Slowly getting there. It's gonna take some time. Thankfully, OBS behaving way better now, and we're gonna pick up another spot right there. And he was kind enough to hold his brakes for other people, so that was nice. So we're up to P11 now. Making good time here. So aimed the curbs a little bit too much, but not a big deal. At this point, we had pulley away from number 14 and number 10. But I think they had damage, so they were not able to fully keep up. And we almost nailed it, that wall, pretty bad. It would have broken the tire. So focusing on the braking. Trying not to hit the curbs so much. You'll want to overdo it with hitting the curbs. It'll unsettle your car and make your wheels spin and you actually lose time. So you're trying not to use the curbs so much. Pearl machine. But yeah, this is about 7 minutes into the race, 7.5. Remember, the timing's wrong here. It is not 10 minutes into the race. It's actually, you have to subtract 3 minutes. So actually, it's saying 10:48, but it was actually 7:48. And we're gonna get another 3 or 4 laps. Yeah, we were catching the number 15. Everybody else ahead of us were gone. I probably should have used the Porsche G4 for this one, or even the AMG, but can't do anything about it now. We pick up a lot of time on number 15 here. We got a full second over this guy that last lap, and we were still finding time, but we got really close to slamming into the wall there. It was a little bit too much, but again, we're shit back under the way. He's right there. So we're up to 9 minutes now. Not 12, 9 minutes. It's a good race. It's a good race. Nice and easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's nice that we don't have to worry too much about people around us. That we're just focusing on the track for the most part. Just focusing on the track. And here I am getting toward his bumper. This is when I was feeling like, okay, I can beat this guy. But we have to be smart about it. And that was not smart. We had to lift a lot. But better than smacking into the wall and breaking the wheel. Too much curb. You can't behave the curb like that. And there you are. There we go. I'm sure I could have found more speed, but thankfully for us, we're pulling away from number 14. That was not the cleanest corner ever, but really got a lot of time on him there. We're right on his butt. This is now 11 minutes mark in the race. 11:26, not 14:26. 11:26. I believe we had 2 more laps at this point in the race. Pretty sure. And we end up having to check up a lot on this guy, so we'll run him over. We were just trying to not run him over. To try and figure out how to pass him. Like I said, passing him was very difficult. Always has been in most cars. I was feeling less sure about passing him by this point. But I feel like he was pretty weak at this part. And we got another spot right there. So that was very helpful for us. And we should have to get a good exit. Next couple corners to get a chance. As we're going to go to the final lap. And yeah. Alright, so actually not this lap. So this is actually 2 to go here. I'm sorry. It was 2 to go here. Like I said, the timer is wrong. It's not 15 minutes at this point. It's about 13 and a half minutes by this point. Closer to 13 minutes, I believe. So we were trying to keep up with this guy, but we also have to be careful. We don't want to run him over. He had a pretty bad corner there, so we got a little bit chunk right there. And he had another bad corner, and shit like that. We were on his bumper, And this is where we have to be really careful. I'm just struggling. At this point, we went for it. Yeah, we're gonna go for it here. And then he surrendered his spot to me. And shit like that, with P9 going to the white flag. This is the final lap. Last lap. Take it home at this point of the race. It's looking good. It's looking good for us. So there we are. There we go. Got a cleanator, so we're getting away from the sky now. And we almost hit the wall there. That was not a good couple corners there going to the finish. And we almost just spun around there. That was a little bit scary. And I was like, screw it, we're gonna play it safe. And we hit the curb too much, trying to be slow. Taking it easy, and we're instead, we're just hitting the curbs. But at this point, we're finishing the race. And we got it. So that was nice for us. That was nice. Got a nice finish out of this here. Alright, I'm not gonna show everything because the replay here is a little bit weird, but we are gonna go back. We're gonna go back in the race and show you all the, I guess, all the drama. What you call it as such. So we got number 8 in the fitching bumper. And this is where the drama started. Number 4 is gonna spin around. And there's a bunch of cars that run into each other. Yeah. That was a mess. That was a mess. And a lot of people end up getting held up by this. It's like 7 or 8 cores in this in this view alone. It was crazy. And then got number 5 spin around, and that was very helpful for us. And from here, the replay system got pretty weird. It was showing like everybody doing nothing. Some people was just scraping the wall. But for the most part, the rest of the replay was kind of like this. Not that. That was pretty obvious. Some pretty obvious moments like that. Yeah, that was also pretty obvious. And then he scraped the wall. But the rest of the way was kind of like this. Sitting a lot of hitting or crashing. So I'm not even gonna bother showing the rest of this because it was like this for a long time. So yeah. It's a damn good run for us. And yeah, it was worth it for me to to show it again in a replay mode because it was such a good run. It was something to be proud of. So yeah, very good run. I hope you're enjoying this. I know it was a little bit different comparing to my usual streams or recordings, but it was the only way I can make it work because things got pretty wonky during the OBS, during the race itself with my wheel reaction. So nothing I can do about it, but I hope you're enjoying this regardless. Make sure to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe. I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.